I'm John. I'm going to be doing your virtual walkthrough on your Viking here. Now, first and foremost, we're going to start up front. You got a 2-inch ball. This is your coupler. Right now, the coupler's in the unlocked position. To lock it, you're going to squeeze this little tab back here, flip it down, and locks in place. Now, to unlock it, you're going to squeeze that tab again and pull it up. I do recommend getting a coupler lock. It's good for storing it with the coupler lock down. And then also for when you're transporting, to make sure that that is engaged on the trailer properly. You got your hand crank jack up front here. That'll help level it front to back. Also, it's going to help get you on and off the tow vehicle. 7-pin plug here. This will do your turn signals, your brake lights. Also, if you have a charge wire coming off your tow vehicle, it's going to charge your battery while you're driving, going down the road and that vehicle's running. Okay. This cable right here that they got tied up, this is a safety breakaway cable. You're gonna hook this separately to the tow vehicle. What this does is, if for any reason the trailer does come disconnected from the truck, this will pull out and it's going to engage the trailer brakes on the trailer. I recommend getting a carabiner just like this one, 20 or 30 pounds, and hooking it separately to the tow vehicle. Okay. You got your safety chains here. These safety chains will hook to the tow vehicle as well. You don't want to twist them up too much. One crossover is good enough. Okay. Group 24 deep cycle battery right here. This is a wet cell battery, and it is maintainable. So you can pop the caps off and refill the water in there. Use distilled water. And keep it about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch below the top. And you just pop those caps back on. That's something you want to check yearly. Also, just keeping that battery maintained with a charge on it is always good too. Your propane tank here. To get this propane tank on and off, you got a little thumb screw right here. Loosen that up. Make sure that the tank is in the off position. When you turn these tanks on and off, make sure they're all the way on or all the way off. Then you're going to disconnect this coupler right here, and then the tank will come out and you can get it refilled. And when you get the tank back in, just drop it back in place, tighten this thumb screw back up, tighten this coupler back down, and then turn that valve all the way back on. Okay. Working around the sides here, you do have 4 stabilizer jacks, and you want to make sure that you put those stabilizer jacks down before you raise this thing up. It is in the up position right now. You have your crank here, and you got a sticker right here. It tells you the direction of which way to raise that up. Clockwise is up, counterclockwise is down. So now that we have it up, first thing you want to do on opposite corners, I like to do the front door side corner. We're going to put these stanchions in. Now, you want to put it in with this beveled edge up in first. It's going to go up in, and then it's going to pop in place. And then I like to do the opposite corner, which is going to be the back passenger or back driver side corner. Once we get these in place and locked in, then we can go ahead and put the Velcro on to seal that up. Then on the back and the front sides, you have these straps on the bed side. These are just going to pull out, okay? And then they lock into place. There's little tabs inside. I'll show you that once we get inside. So front and back, just going to pull these out until it locks into place, okay? Then we can straighten all this out, get it all secured. There is this flap that goes down. There's Velcro underneath on the bottom of the bed side, as well as the Velcro here. Just going to stick that all the way down the side. You're going to do that on the front and the back beds, okay? There's also, on this side, there's this cord that ties it together to make sure that it is staying sealed up on you, okay? This one done here. Now coming back around to this side, you got your freshwater inlet here. This is for when you're hooked up to city water, and you'll have water at your faucet on the kitchen. And then this is going to be the drain for that kitchen sink. So when you're using that sink, you want to make sure that this drain is open. Now you can hook a regular garden hose up to that to get the water away from the campsite so that the water's not just draining right here. Okay. Now if you're camping in cold weather, you got the furnace running, this is your intake and your exhaust on your furnace. If for any reason you have anything out here storing over here, just make sure it's out of the way. It could catch on fire. It's about 160 to 180 degrees coming out of there. These two vents right here, it's access for us to be able to work on the back of the fridge. It's also venting for the fridge. These fridges work off of heat absorption, so it's actually pulling the humidity out of the fridge, and it needs to be able to cool. So the air runs in this bottom one out the top, and it's cooling out. If you're going to be boondocking or dry camping, this is going to be where you're going to fill up your fresh water tank. Just put a garden hose in here and fill that up. Now, recommend getting close to your destination as possible before you fill up with potable water, because the water is 8.5 pounds per gallon. Okay. This flap opens up to get access to your shore cord. As you can see, this is a 30 amp shore cord all the way out. It's about 25 feet. And then you'll hook up to your power pole at the campground, and then this just feeds back in when you're done, and then this door closes for you. Okay, and there's also another little flap once it's all the way in. All right, moving around the back, you got your spare tire mounted right here. It's just 3/4 inch nuts that are holding that spare tire on. Out on this side, you do have an outlet here if you wanted to hook up anything out here while you're camping. Okay, this outside grill works off of your propane tank using this LP Quick Connect. Now I'll show you on here. This is the same. This end is the same one down there, except this one doesn't have an on-off valve. The on-off valve on there has to be in the off position in order for the coupler to get pulled back. Once that coupler is pulled back, you'll be able to insert the hose and hook it up and make sure that when you pull on it, it's secure. So like I said, you're gonna shut this valve off, pull that dust cap off, pull that valve back, insert the hose, make sure it's good, and then you can hook it up to the bottom side right here. This connects right on, and then you'll be able to turn that on. And then you got your locks here for the lid. You're gonna open that up, and then you'll turn it to max, and then use a grill lighter and light that up. Okay. Now this does store in the camper. You want to make sure that the gas is off before you go and take that off. But this just pops off of here with these two pins. Pull the pins out. This slides off. They'll store out of the way, and then these guys will pull up, fold in place for smaller storage, and then you just lift it up and out to get it off that rack there. Okay, just gonna set this aside for a minute. Your step here, up and in, locks in place, and then just up and out to get it out. Okay, you have an outside light right here with the switch underneath. And then you got a bottle opener if need be. Now when you have everything up, you're gonna want to put your screen door on. This door slides up out of the way so you can store it up front, so that you just have the screen door. So we'll get to that when we get inside.